4 o'clock in the morning and we're going to the US of A. Away, baby.
So what does your last breakfast in Denmark for like a month look like?
Yeah, way more unorganized and expensive than what I planned it to be. So it's actually not the accommodation in Hawaii that is a problem for me. It's more going to Lavkagehuset in the morning of a trip. That's way too expensive. So going into the flight, we thought it would be like 7 or 8 hours. Apparently it was 20. It felt like it. The last 4 hours, they were pretty tough.
It's true.
Yeah. So I need a chiropractor and a bunch of Red Bulls, I think.
Magnus, you have any thoughts about driving in America?
What was it?
It's a bit sketchy when they are allowed to overtake on the inside. It's not allowed in Denmark, so you have to be very careful. I was driving in Great Britain the other day, and that's even worse because they're driving in the other side of the road.
The other day?
Yesterday.
So this week is all about prepping for the big day on Sunday. We'll try to get the body ready, some shorter intervals. We'll still keep training a fair bit because we also have a couple of races coming up later, just a couple of weeks later. So it will be like steady volume, but with a couple of intervals just to open up the body. Right now we're heading to the swimming pool, do a couple of sprints, and I think 5K in total, and then maybe some stretching, and if there's a water slide, then I'll probably do a water slide. Magnus is so irresponsible. He doesn't read what he has to type in, and then I have to do it for him. It's the same with the suits and everything. I have to take care of him all the time.
Would you consider yourself more of the dad of this Danish group, or?
By far. So no water slide. Pretty disappointing, to be fair.
Being so famous in America?
Yeah, I think all the kids knew who I was, so it was really awesome.
This is for you, Mitch. Just grocery shopping for. I don't really have a plan, just buy whatever. Or cheesecake. Not today. Stay focused.
Race day prediction. It's gonna be hot. That's my race day prediction. I'm predicting I'll finish between 1st and 40th place.
Are you confident about that?
Yeah, I'm pretty confident
Okay.
about that. Also in Canada, I was pretty confident that I was finished as the first Dane. But here, I don't know. Canada was the only Dane, yeah. So I was the one-man Danish army.
Are you gonna be like focused on that Danes during the race? Or no, you don't even see the Danes?
Nah, I might see them on Danes. Probably look out for Daniel on the swim at least.
Okay.
But I don't know. I think it's gonna be a pretty big front group on the swim actually. Quite a lot of good swimmers here. And then on the bike I don't see a lot happening actually. But yeah, I'm guessing Magnus will make it to the front. Probably try and go away as well. I don't think it's gonna be too easy. Yeah, we'll see about that.
Okay.
Fordi vi tager bare en kasse. Yeah, we're here in Dallas trying out the new race course, the bike course, and it's something else that I've tried before. Not in a bad way. It's pretty fast, but you know, it's a lot different. The concrete is a lot different from what we're used to in Europe. So it takes a little bit of getting used to, but yeah, I think on race day it will be pretty fast. And I also think some people will actually overbike and then end up suffering in the heat, but we'll see.
So what's up first today?
We have a track session. That might not be a track session due to a closed track, but we'll find a way. 12K in like, yeah, 3. It's like threshold. It's a threshold set. And then afterwards we have a bike ride, maybe going around the airport, I think, or on the trainer. I'll see what the mood's up for, and then we have a longer swim in the evening. So kind of a high volume, solid quality day. Yeah. I think it's gonna be a good one.
Told my girl to pipe down, need it right now. Lately I've been going till the lights out. Got my face up and my eyes down. Shorty, now you know what this is like now. Now I got a big drop top and I'm rolling. And I told my girl I'ma be up till the morning. Feeling like I'm 2-3 cause you know I'm zoning. Shorty got a wave, we been chilling by the ocean. Now I got a
Nice little warm up or what?
Ready to hit it. It's a bit weird around here. We only have like concrete and like massive roads, all track.
Thor, what's the main key then for you for beating Daniel on race day?
Take him out.
Yeah, like physically? Assault or what?
Yeah, take him out when he's coming back from the turning point. Then I'm just going in the wrong direction, and then take right into him, and then just crash him out. And then because I've got some bigger balls than Daniel, then I will finish the race. And
Wait a minute. Try to say that again without laughing.
Right now. Lately I've been going till the lights out. Got my face up and my eyes down. Shorty, now you know what this is like now. Now I got a big drop top and I'm rolling. And I told my girl I'ma be up till the morning. Feeling like I'm 2-3 cause you know I'm zoning. Shorty got a wave, we been chilling by the ocean. Yeah. I've been buying 40 once I heard the 36s. I can tell 100 stacks by I am a mathematician. Just so many plays up from my dealer, I get commission. Walking, I got my bitches on display like exhibition.
Since Collins Cup, I've basically stayed in the tent, so done all my training in the heat tent, so this is nothing.
What do you mean?
Just to prepare for this race.
What's a heat tent?
It's a tent where you crank up the heat, hence the name. So
I'm gonna give you a
It's a
slap.
tent that is extremely cold.
yeah.
So you're used to this weather, yeah? Is that what you're saying?
No, seriously, it's a bit warmer than in Denmark right now. So yeah, we've done some training in a heat tent before this race, just to prepare a little bit. Thor did not.
But I'm made for this. I'm one should have
I was this close ripping her head off because I thought she took the towel and destroyed my lactate monitor, and that would be the worst thing ever happening in my life.
But
Lactate is life. I cannot live without coffee and lactate.
How's the heat feeling for you, Magnus?
It's good. I think it's good that we did some heat prep at home because it's extremely hot. Even though we are not at peak temperature, it's quite cold compared to when we are going to race right now, so it will be very warm on, at 2 o'clock.
Studenter udløbet pas. Vilde nætter og fester og nas. En seriøs tøs, der kan for hårdt. Klippet med alt, også mit dankort.
Tell us what happened today.
I woke up, had breakfast, I swam alone because the other Danes didn't want to swim with me. But I swam with Lucy Charlson, that was pretty good. Until she abandoned me for Reese, which was a little sad, but then I had the lane for myself again, so that was pretty good. And then I went home, I read a little bit of my book, I had some M&Ms. And then the other guys told me that they were biking at 12:30 and I asked if I could join, and Magnus said no, I don't want to bike with you.
Because I knew what was going to happen. So I tried to prevent you from going to the bike ride.
He tried to prevent you from yourself.
Yeah, so I invited them out in the airport loop, and Form was actually the only one who said, yeah, I want to bike with you, Mickey. But yeah, we ended out with all of us going, and we went out, and it was pretty great. There was not a lot of stoplights, and had a lot of fun until I hit a crack and went down. And yeah.
And what are your thoughts on race day?
I'm feeling pretty confident that I can race on Sunday.
I cleaned his elbow, and I thought, oh, that's DNS.
Yeah, well, I just need to complete the race. I don't need to actually kind of race it. I just need to complete the race.
That's a weak statement.
Okay, I'm gonna race the race. I'm going in for the win. I mean,
Feeling like I'm 2-3 cause you know I'm zoning. Shorty got a wave, we been chilling by the ocean. Yeah. I've been buying 40 once I heard the 36s. I can tell 100 stacks by
A lot is happening here. We've got the crust. It's actually pretty good. A little bit thick, but I feel like the oven is like perfect grease, so got really nice texture. Not enough cheese.
More cheese.
We need far more cheese. The onions, best quality you can have on the market by far. The chicken, barbecue, sauce, everything. I love it. It's great. Does something to you. Like I'd say in Denmark this one, it's not a proper John Dillermand pizza, but it is close.